it's like, yeah, and also wind. Short skirts. That was an issue.
You love a grip.
Big time.
It's a real danger for me. I'm sitting there going, please don't. Yes. You see me in front of a stage going like this. No!
Take it anyway. Just not tell them. It's a private collection.
Simon's one of the girls at the front.
Yeah, so there was two giant Hello Kitty cosplayers, I think, at an expo, and they were just walking along. I was like, yeah. And one pen right over, and this guy went, back camera, back camera. Yeah. And this I thought was fantastic. They were just sitting there. This is the last Minami, just sitting there. And I just went, stay right where you are. It looks like they're sharing a drink. Oh. So again, this candid photo, you know, if I got to you and say, stay exactly where you are, it's not a quick post. Stay where you are. Okay. I actually think Symmetry is kind of bad for costumes, mostly because it's really hard to do. I mean, we've got the Golden Gun sisters here, which are fantastic. But the problem is, the more symmetrical you make it, the more people are going to point out tiny little details. If they were standing slightly differently, you're going to go, oh, they look identical. Here it's like, oh, her hand's slightly lower. She's got an expo stamp on. I think there's a button missing. And people whinge. But on the other hand, you've got things like this, where it's like, they're standing right next to each other. Why are their hands like this? It swings and roundabouts. But I tend to take these photos not dead on, so even though they look symmetrical, like we've got this one here, it looks quite symmetrical. But as you can see from here, there might not be. The heights are slightly different, one sleeve is slightly different.
The height thing is deliberate.
Yeah, the height thing is deliberate. But it's still kind of one of those, the more symmetrical you try and be, the more people are going to point out tiny details. So it's best to kind of go, symmetry up and down. Let's paint up the kid. And quite similarly, kind of, combat poses are kind of, if you're like this, it doesn't always look that good. Even if it's the signature pose, it's awesome. But it's one of those, why do they design it that way? Right, look how flair and flamboyance are your keys. Every second you're on that stage, even when you're walking off, because sometimes I'm right at the front of the stage and I'm taking pictures from behind. So yeah, if you've got any kind of fabric, if you've got any fabric that floats or flies, or you've got a jacket, flail like an idiot. Yep. It looks great. Because like, when it's on stage, I tend to just sit there mini going the shutter. So something will come out well if you just act quickly. Fling! But it's quite important to mention, actually, especially for catwalks, it's kind of sudden movements. I'm going to get to a slide on this a bit later. Basically, try and make it deliberate what you're going to do. First of all, walk up. Ta-da! Because everyone's like sitting there going, zoom in, I've got you perfectly framed, and where are your arms? That's really annoying. There we go. I've got because usually I see them go, well, their arms, and I just go, I don't have a photo, so I don't have many of them. But it's things like this, you've got a great sword, it's like, he's got a great sword, and it's up there. And it just looks silly if it's cut off. If you have the whole sword in there, it looks so much better. Little things like that. Again, sort of big star thing. Also there somewhere. I've got questions. No. This is just failing.
I have a remark about quite a lot of cosplays are well organized and will tell you when to get on and when to get off, but some of them are not. You could maybe give a pointer to cosplayers that are in such a costume, in such a cosplay. What is the best thing for a photographer? What would you like the cosplayer to do?
Okay. Yeah. This is something I've been trying to sort of like sneak into some of the briefings and kind of go, by the way, guys, do this, but I haven't managed it just yet. But a lot of the time is basically directions of where people are on the stage. You've got, depending on your stage, you've got people sort of there. You've got the judges there. The judges are supposed to call people. They're the one you want to show off to if you've got a big flair or a one-off move. They're people you want to show it to. But a lot of people walk up right to the middle, ta-da! And run off again. Everyone on the side is sitting there going, it's nice. Bye then. So what I tend to try to say is, pick points where you've basically covered the entire audience. If you've got like a T-shaped stage, do one here, one on the end. If you've got time, do left, do right. But sort of take about, I'd say about 6 to 10 seconds at each pose. Just like start at the front, the other side, that bit. Yep.
And one more thing, if you're quite new at this, take longer than you think that you should.
Yes, very, very good point actually, yeah.
I
Don't
always
rush it.
count to 10 in my head.
Yes.
It's not 10 seconds, it's more like 5. But as long as you count all the way up to 10, you're there for a decent amount of time.
Stage fright will always kick in unless you're inhuman. Yeah, unless you're human. So basically, stay longer, just slightly longer than you think. You're going to go, oh, no one wants to see me, oh no, it's rubbish. And that comes out on film, you see this going, and it's rubbish. So again with the flair, go out there and be, you're here to see me. The issue is the people who really do think you're there to see them, and they stay there for ages, ages, and then they come back and they do more posing. But no, generally it's true. Yeah. People are starting to go, and they're putting their cameras down and going, then it's time to leave.
Flashes.
Yeah, when the flashes start calming down, it's like, time to go, time to go. Yeah.
Whatever you do, don't stay.
And a lot of things in the Southern movies again is, especially people with guns, they tend to pick up the guns. Hello. Especially with stages, the audience are down here. So it's difficult because obviously the posing is slant. But just keep it in mind. Yeah. Oops. I'm doing this a lot. This one is a particular favourite of mine because they did this. It's like, it's a triangle. There is no good angle for me to go from. We're all covering each other's faces. And I was trying to get lower and lower until she's the shortest one, so maybe if I get lower here. And she accused me of trying to strip up her shirt and skirt. It's like, okay. You see in this photo, I would have to be here.
It looks like she's kind of backhandedly slapping you across the room.
I think she might just slap me as well. But, yeah. That's fantastic. The photos about, after about 10 seconds, they went, oh, right. Oh, that's brilliant. And this, great pose. Why the milk? You've got your groceries with you, hide them. Oh, okay. Oh, there's a reason for it, it's rubbish.
Yeah, there's a reason. You better take it out before people realise you're on the internet enough.